Yes, people are very, very happy with all of you. Thank you so much. So, guys, we're starting with a brand new topic today, which is Accounting Standard 18, where we're going to learn about related party disclosures. So, guys, from the examination point of view, this particular chapter carries definitely some important weightage. So, you cannot skip this A's. For that matter, we should not skip any A's. But if at all you're skipping something, at least this should not be skipped. Right? Now, guys, to be very honest, this is one such AS which a lot of people find, difficult to understand, kind of tricky, which is true because the way the language of this AS has been drafted, that makes the entire chapter all the more complicated. So here, the ultimate onus, I feel, at least in this chapter, lies on the teacher that how well a complicated, framework of sentences has been broken down into easy structure so that the entire AS could be understood in the true perspective, right? So let me know at the end of this AS, did I help you in that way or not? So guys, before starting this topic, I want to know your energy level. In any other topic, if your energy level is 90%, I'm absolutely okay with that. Because being practical, I know somewhere you will catch up. But this is 100% theoretical topic. Small deviation of concentration here and there can cost you big time. So what is your level of concentration? Is it 100%? If not, ensure that for next 2 hours, you are having your full 100% concentration on this particular topic. Okay, not okay. Loud energy. This is not sufficient for me. Much better. Online people, energy high.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Fantastic.
sir.
So, guys, let's discuss the applicability of this accounting standard. Accounting standard 18 is a mandatory accounting standard applicable on all the entities, whether they are corporates or non-corporates, whether they're companies or non-companies. However, small entities means level 3 entities and micro entities, which are level 4, which are in case of non-companies, are exempt from complying with this accounting standard 18. We have already dealt with this particular point where in the applicability of the accounting standard, we studied on the whole. And now I'm studying the same topic, I'm revising from the perspective of AS18. So AS18 people is a mandatory accounting standard. All the entities has to follow, whether you're a corporate or a non-corporate. Under corporate, how many types of entities? Two. One is non-SMCs, second is SMCs. Under non-corporates, how many entities you have? Four. First is large entities, medium, small, micro. Are you all clear with that point? Wonderful. In that, small and micro, level 3 and level 4 entities are not required to follow accounting standard 18. Only these two entities are exempted. Rest all, everyone has to follow this accounting standard mandatorily when they prepare the financial statement. Okay, not okay? Super. Now, next, let's try to understand the objective of this accounting standard. What is the purpose behind this accounting standard? The objective of this standard is to provide guidance on the disclosure aspect of the following. All of you know that accounting standard broadly covers 4 aspects. Which 4 aspects? Recognition aspect, measurement aspect, presentation aspect, and disclosure aspect. In this entire standard, we are not going to learn anything about recognition, nor measurement, nor presentation. This standard is exclusively a disclosure-based standard. If you look at the heading, what does the heading says? Related party disclosures. In the name itself, what has been given? Disclosure requirement has been given. Okay, not okay? Sir, in this disclosure, what are we going to disclose? In this aspect, what are we going to disclose? We are going to disclose related party relationships. There is something called as related party. So we have to first understand who are related party, how or what defines relationship. Further, you will report the transaction that is taking place between reporting enterprise and the related parties. Now, let me put in simple words. Academy's name. What is academy's name? Kalpavriksha Academy. Let's say it is private limited. क्या जाता है? KVA Limited. You are preparing the financial statement for KVA Limited. You are preparing the financials for KVA Limited. In the preparation of the financial statement, at the end, you give notes to accounts, you give disclosures. In that disclosures, you are supposed to report certain transactions. You are supposed to report certain transactions. Now, this entity for whom you're preparing the financial statement, this entity is called as reporting entity. This is called as reporting entity. Now look at this language. Transaction which is taking place between reporting enterprise and the related party, and the related party must be disclosed. Example of related party. Who am I? Pratik sir. SPJ. That's my code, SPJ. So if any transaction happens between me and Academy, that is the company, this has to be disclosed. This has to be disclosed in the notes to accounts. This is a requirement given by Accounting Standard 18. This is the requirement of Accounting Standard 18. Now, the question is, what is related party? Who are related party? In business, for example, let's take the example of our academy, right? I am teaching to you. You are my students. Between you and me, what is the relationship? Student-teacher relationships. So are we related or not? Are we related or not? Yes. So you are my customers, students, customers, relation. Yes or no? So in any business, the business has got relation with the customer. So those are also called as related party. Those are also called as related party. Any problem? Okay. Now, let's suppose I buy goods from a supplier in Chennai or in Bangalore or in Bombay. Between us, do we have any relation or not? Yes, there's a relation of buying and purchasing. That's not selling. Buying and buy and selling, you could say. Basically, purchase transaction is happening. So there's a relationship. With banks, we do transaction. With banks, we do transaction. So between us and the bank, do we have transactions or not? So do we have relation or not? Do we have connections or not? Those are also related people. So in business, there's so many people related to one another. There's so many people related to our business. Do we call all of them related parties? The answer is no. Though in the normal English language, we may say that yes, they are related to our business. But here, this relation and that relation, what we're talking normally, both are not same. Here, Accounting Standard 18 has given meaning of related parties. Who are related parties? How the relationship between the company and the party could be established. How are you supposed to disclose information? So there's a thorough meaning that has been well-defined meaning, I would say, is been laid down in Accounting Standard 18. So we have to first of all understand in depth what is related party, who are related party, who could be related party, how the relationship is getting established, through what all means the relationship is getting established. Okay, not okay. Okay. So one question that you'll have in mind is, what is related party? Which I meant to answer. There's a question mark. Yes or no? Okay. I'm just trying to put one seed in your mind. I want to put a seed in your mind. Second thing is, any transaction that takes place between the reporting party and this is called as related party. Short and sweet, I write it as RP. Any transaction that takes place between reporting entity and the related party has to be disclosed. Has to be disclosed. Now the question that comes to your mind is, why is that disclosure required? Between these two people, there could be so many transactions taking place. Everything should be disclosed. What to disclose, what not to disclose, that will be your doubt. Before that, your doubt should be why, first of all, we have the concept of disclosure. Why should we disclose? What made the Accounting Standard Board come out with an AS called as AS 18, where they're asking the requirement of related party transactions to be disclosed? Why? What is the root cause of this? What is the problem behind this? What is the problem that we're trying to address? Is the question that should come to your mind. Yes or no? Now, what concerns does AS 18 address? What concerns does AS 18 address? AS 18 exists to ensure that the company accounts are not manipulated through hidden or unfair dealing with the related parties. Which means this particular point is trying to say that there could be certain companies called as reporting entities which can have hidden transactions or unfair dealing with the related parties. Unfair to whom? Unfair to whom? Unfair to the external people. External people means what? It could be customer, it could be investor, it could be banker, it could be creator, it could be anybody. So we are doing some transaction with the related party, which is unfair for the external parties who are connected to us, who are connected with us. To them, this becomes unfair. How it becomes unfair? Why it becomes unfair? When two parties are related, one is reporting entity and related party. When these two parties are related, either in form of holding subsidiary relationship or director or company relationship, key management, etc., etc., their transaction may not be at arm's length price or may not be fair. May not be fair. So the question that comes to your mind is, what is the meaning of arm's length price? Arm's length price. Now, for example, I'm in the business of buying and selling mobile phones. Mobile phones. I'm selling this mobile phone to any customer who comes to me for rupees 50,000. Right? Right? Now, instead of customer, imagine any of my close friend, close relative, or employee, any near and dear one of mine comes to my shop. And if I sell this same phone at a cost of 35,000 rupees, this is fair or unfair? It is unfair to the other public people. Then we say that this transaction is not dealt with in arm's length price. Arm's length price means what? Whether you are my relative or not, to everybody I charge same. I charge same. Difference could be very minor difference, maybe 100, 200 here and there, very nominal difference, very insignificant difference. No, that is allowed. Here we're talking about significant difference. I treat other people, that is outside people, and my related party both in extreme ends. I handle my related party in such a way that this handling totally becomes unfair to the external people. That is called as dealing with a transaction not at arm's length price. So if any transaction is not being dealt with in arm's length price, it is unfair to the other party. Okay, not okay. So if the reporting enterprise and the related parties do certain transaction which is not at arm's length price, this will be unfair for the other people. This kind of manipulation can hide the real profit. This will manipulate the financial statement and shift the resources of the organization unfairly towards the related parties. Example, sir. Before that, AS18 focuses on transparency. The ultimate objective of AS18 is to be transparent. How we'll understand through this example. Manipulation of profit can happen. Manipulation of profit can happen. How, sir? Companies may inflate profits by selling to related parties at higher price. Inflate profit by selling to related parties at higher price. Now I'm a startup. I want to show more profit. By showing more profit, I will attract investors. So I want to sell at higher price. Nobody will buy the goods at higher price. Is there any third party in the market who will buy at the higher price? Everybody who's wanting to buy the goods, they'll bargain for lower price. Nobody wants to buy higher price. So on purpose, I will create one entity, or I'll create one related party, a near and dear one of mine, ask him to buy the goods at higher price. I will book profit. And using this profit, I will attract the investors. Now you will tell that, sir, by paying higher prices, what advantage do you get? Arey bhaiya, by paying higher prices, maybe let's say I pay 10 lakh, 1 crore extra, and I made an extra profit of 1 crore and shown. And from the investor, I took how much money? 5 crore. I'm telling you one of the ways in which the manipulation can happen. This is not the one and only way. I'm just giving you multiple perspectives how a manipulation can happen. Okay, not okay. Companies may reduce the profits by buying from related parties at higher price. You know that if you pay more prices, if you buy a product with higher prices, your expenditure will come down. For example, KVA Limited is dealing with buying and selling of mobile phones. So I buy mobile phones from FFLA Limited at the higher price. So what happens? This person will record higher expenditure. Thereby his profit will come down. Yes or no? Now here FFLA's profit will increase. To reduce that, we'll do some other manipulation. So this manipulation ka circle will keep on going. And this will happen between only related parties. This will happen between the related parties. In this way, the profits are getting manipulated. Okay, not okay? Okay. Second, conflict of interest. Directors or management may take decision that benefits themselves, not the company. Such as giving interest-free loan to director. I'm the director of Kalpavriksh Academy. I take loan from the company and I don't pay any interest to the company. Is it fair? Instead of me, had I given this loan to some third party, from that third party, will I take interest or not? I will take interest. But here, since I took the loan, I am saying that this is my company. I will not pay the interest. Here, who is getting affected? Investors are getting affected. Company is getting affected, no doubt. Company also has got investors. So if I don't pay interest to the company, company's income will not increase, and thereby investors' dividend will not increase. Allowing a director's relative to supply the goods to reporting company at the inflated price. Allowing director's relative, my brother, I'm telling my brother, let's suppose I want to buy this mobile phone. So I'm buying this mobile phone not from any other dealer. I'm buying from my own brother. I'm favoring my brother because I want to give more sales to him. I want his business to develop. So I'm telling that I'm allowing that is relative, means my brother, to supply goods to reporting company, means my company at the inflated price. Inflated price. So that he can benefit. He can benefit. So if he sells me at inflated price, for me expenses will inflate. For him, income will inflate. If income inflates, his financial statement will look good. Based on that, he can take loan. He can take money from investors. So it is mutually accommodating each other. Mutually accommodating each other. Is it right? And in the process of benefiting that person, I am causing trouble to my company. My company is not only my company. In my company, I have also investors. So I'm not only suffering, I'm making my investors also suffer. Next, sale of goods to a related party. Sale of goods to a related party at a price that are not at arm's length price. The example what I told you. To normal people, I'm selling the product at 50,000. But when I buy the product from the company, when I'm giving this product as gift to my relatives, then I'm giving at lower price, or I'm taking this at zero price. I'm not even paying anything. I'm taking free of cost. Can we do that? Is that allowed? No. These are the problems. One more example I'll give you. Ayansh, how many years old? 4.5 years old. My son. I'm paying him 1 lakh rupee per month as director salary. What salary? Director salary or employee salary. 1 lakh rupees per month. Tell me. My relative, my relative, that transaction needs to be reported. That transaction needs to be reported. In the employee capacity, I'm paying him salary. Yes or no? Father, my father, he has got no connection with the company. Like Ayansh had no connection. 4.5 years old, by what connection will have in the business? My father has no connection in the business. I am paying him 2 lakh salary per month. 2 lakh salary per month. Manipulative or not? Manipulative. So are you able to understand what is the problem that we're trying to address? You have to first understand why did Accounting Standard Board come out with this Accounting Standard 18? What is the burning problem? If you understand the problem behind it, you'll appreciate the way in which the Accounting Standard 18 has been drafted. Lovely standard. But too many students hate this topic because the language in which they frame, no, that language has made it more complicated. Otherwise, if you understand this in true spirit, no, you will very truly appreciate the beauty in which this Accounting Standard 18 has been drafted. So are you able to understand the burning problem here? The problem that we're trying to address, are you clear with that or not? In short, we're trying to say that between reporting parties and the related parties, transactions happen in the business. If these transactions, are happening, these transactions, whether fair or unfair, nowhere I said that only unfair transaction should be disclosed. Every transaction should be disclosed, whether fair or unfair. Our job is to, not our job is to disclose. It is the job of the company to disclose. Our job is to overlook whether they have disclosed or not. As an auditor, you will not prepare the financial statement. Who will prepare the financial statement? The client. The client has to prepare the financial statement. In the client office, there will be one CA employee, a CA in the capacity of employee. He can prepare the financial statement. But CA in the capacity of the auditor, we cannot prepare the financial statement. We have to just guide them how to prepare the financial statement. Okay, not okay. So employee CA has to disclose this. Whether the dealing is fair or unfair, everything he has to disclose. The job of the client, of the entity, enterprise, is to disclose. Our job is to overlook whether it has been disclosed or once you disclose it, this will be read by whom? Users of the financial statement. Looking at them, looking at the transaction, let them decide whether this transaction is fair or unfair. If it is unfair, what action should we take, Sumanyu, against this particular enterprise? Who has to decide? Those external people has to decide whether to take action or not, whether to be associated further or should we withdraw the association. That decision, who will take it? External parties. Our job is to ensure that the reporting is happening. So any transaction that happens between the related parties has to be disclosed in the notes to accounts. It's a disclosure requirement. Now here, there are certain terms and conditions which I'll disclose in the upcoming sessions. Every transaction should I disclose? No, it is subject to certain conditions. What is that? We'll discuss in upcoming sessions. So basically, we're just trying to say that between reporting entities and the related parties, there could be certain transactions which could be fair or unfair. Could be an arm's length transaction, could not be an arm's length transaction. Everything needs to be disclosed. Everything needs to be disclosed. Okay, not okay. So the objective of this standard is to provide guidance on how the disclosure needs to be done. How the disclosure needs to be done. Disclosure of what? Disclosure of relationship. What is the kind of relationship between enterprise? Which enterprise? Reporting enterprise and the related party. So first we have to understand what is meaning of related party. Between them, what is relationship? How I and Ayansh are connected. How I and Ayansh are related. There will be one explanation for that. No, that is the explanation for relationship. So one, you have to understand what is the meaning of related party. Second, we have to understand that how that person is my relation. So definition of relationship we have to understand. Then we have to understand transactions between the related parties and how the disclosure of that should be done in the financial statement. Okay, not okay. So the objective is to disclose related party relationship and transactions between reporting enterprise and its related party. Why? To ensure that the financial statement discloses all material events or transaction with related parties in order to ensure that such financial statement appears to be true and fair. We want the financial statement to be transparent. There are so many features of financial statement. Being transparent is one such feature. If all those features are taken care of, automatically your financial statement will become true and fair. Any difficulty so far? Online people, any difficulty so far?
No, sir.
Let me summarize so far. Accounting standard 18 is a mandatory accounting standard which is applicable in all the entities, whether they're corporate or non-corporate. However, in case of non-corporates, level 3, level 4, which is small and medium entities, are exempted from following or disclosing the requirements of accounting standard 18. Small and what did I say? Micro? Medium, sorry, small and micro. Got it, not got it? Okay. Now, the objective of this accounting standard is to only provide guidance on the disclosure aspect. Disclosure of what? Relation of the related party. What relationship do we share with related party? And what are the transactions that is taking place in the enterprise, between the enterprise and the related parties? Okay, not okay. So far, game is clear or not clear? Online people, so far game is clear or not clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, scope of AS18, that are almost same language they have maintained. What are they telling? This standard should be applied in reporting related party relationship, related party transaction between what? Reporting enterprise and its related party. And next they're talking about this standard should be applied to the financial statement of each reporting enterprise. So, sorry, as also to consolidated financial statement presented by holding company. This standard should be applied only to related party relationship described in paragraph 3. Now, this point I'll come back a little bit later and discuss. Now, let me continue further. Meaning of related party. Meaning of related party. Parties are considered to be related. Parties are considered to be related if at any time during the reporting period, one party has the ability to control the other party or exercise significant influence over the other party in making financial and operating decisions. This is the beginning of confusion. Anybody who reads this language for the first time, no, will say that I don't want to study ASAT. But I will break down this into parts. Each and every point has got significant information. At any time during the period, it's got some larger information. I have a lot of things to share here. When I say one party has the ability to control the other enterprise, control has got a super large meaning. When I say one party can exercise significant influence over the other party, that significant influence has got a large meaning. What is the meaning of financial and operating decisions? I have to discuss all that one by one. One by one. Once I make you understand all this point one by one, then when I come back and read this, this will make sense. This will make sense. Okay, not okay. In short, what I want to say that I just say one point. This is the financial people, which begins with, let's say, 24, ends with 25. The question that comes into mind is that we are preparing the financial statement on 31st March 25. So the question that arises is that do we need to check? Do we need to check the related party transaction or related party relationship, RPR, related party relationship is existing at the year end or not? Should we check that? The answer is no. During this year, at any time between the reporting enterprise and the related party, if the relationship is established, then that person becomes the related party. That becomes a related party to the organization at any time. For example, SPJ. Who's SPJ? The owner who's got complete control, complete influence on this organization. As I say, this organization will perform. Yes or no? So now I am owner. I am owner on 1/4/24. I am owner on 1/4/24. By the time I came to, let's say, 30th of September 24, I surrendered my entire ownership to Anita ma'am. I surrendered my entire ownership to Anita ma'am so that I can become owner of some other company. Owner of some other company. Now the question is, at the end of the year, is SPJ owner of this company? No. Am I related to this company? No. No, wait. As on 31st March, am I related? No. The question is, will I be treated as related party for the year? Yes. Because I am not supposed to see the relation on the last day of the year. 365 days. Anywhere in 365 days, even one day, even 1 minute, if I've been exercising the control on this company, if I was having influence on this company, then I become related party. I become related party. First condition. And second, between me, in that period, between me and the company, there should be some transaction. If these two things are satisfied, then I'll do disclosure. Purinjida. So first thing is, only if a person is having relation in the beginning of the year, will he be related party? No. If a person is having the relationship only at the end of the year, should we say that he's having relation? No. Anytime during the year. In this 365 days, anywhere, even for 1 day, 1 minute, if I was having a control on this company, if I was having influence on this company, then I am called as related party to this company. Okay, not okay. And during my period of relationship, if I did any transaction, those are called as related party transaction. Now, what I said is in very simple language. We have a lot more to add to it. I'm trying to build a base gradually. I'm trying to build a very easy base now. Gradually, I'll try to make it more and more complicated. Okay, not okay. All in people. Okay, not okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Meaning of related party transaction. Guys, please understand previous point not over. Because I have not discussed with you what is control. At any time, I explained. At any time means you know what it is now. Control, I have not explained. Significant influence, I have not explained. What is financial and operating decision, I have not explained. I'm yet to explain. Okay, not okay. Once I explain all this topic, again I'll come back and explain this one more time, which will give a complete understanding on this entire paragraph. Okay, not okay. Loudly. Much better. Meaning of related party transaction. A transfer of resources or obligation between related party, regardless of whether or not the price is charged, is called as related party transaction. This is the language given in the original accounting standard. Now, I try to simplify it. What does it mean? In other words, in simple words, any activity or any transaction or any event that takes place between related party, in our example, who's related party? SPJ, and the reporting entity. Who's reporting entity? KBA Limited. Any activity, any transaction, any event that takes place between me and the reporting authority, reporting entity, enterprise, whether or not it is at arm's length price, is regarded as related party transaction. I did some transaction with the reporting enterprise. Whether this transaction is at arm's length price or not, whether this is at fair price or unfair price, between us, if any transaction has happened, that transaction needs to be disclosed. That is called as related party transaction. Related party transaction. Are you clear with the meaning of what is related party transaction? Clear with it? Okay. Now comes the main point. Sir, what is the meaning of control? Two things if you're not clear. This entire accounting standard is screwed. Not normally screwed. Royally screwed. Not royally screwed. Super royally screwed. So two important word. One is control and second is significant influence. क्या हो भाई कुछ बोलना है? कुछ तो बोलना है देखो. Control and significant influence. At so many places we'll come across this term control. Control means these 3 points. If any of these 3 points are satisfied, if any one of these 3 points are satisfied, we say control is that. Okay, not okay? Okay. First point. When one party I said, party means what? It could be human being also. It could be company, enterprise also. Got it, not got it? Okay. When one party has more than 50% of the voting power, more than 50% voting power, my simple question to all of you, how do you derive voting power? By having equity shares. If you're having equity shares, that will determine your voting power. Imagine in a company, there are 10,000 equity shares. In that, if I'm holding 5,001 equity share, 5,001 equity share, can you tell me in percentage how much am I holding? 5,001 by 10,000 into 100, how much it is? 50.01. Okay. If I make it 5010, then 50.10. If I'm having 50 point, that is more than 50% stake in the company. More than 50% stake defines my voting power. When one party has more than 50% of voting power of another party. So here one party means what? Example, in my example, SPJ. SPJ. Here one party I'm taking example as SPJ. SPJ has got more than 50% voting power in another enterprise. What is that another enterprise's name? Kalpavriksha Academy. Either directly or indirectly. Either directly I'm holding it or through somebody else. Through any of my relative. Through any of my relative, if I hold it, then I say that I have control on that particular company. Okay, not okay? So if any one party has more than 50% voting right or ownership of the other enterprises, then we say that I am controlling that enterprises. And this can be either directly or indirectly. Any difficulty? Any difficulty? Online people, any difficulty?
No, sir.
Now, next point. This is OR condition. Please understand this is OR condition. This is not AND condition. இந்த மூணுல ஏதா ஒரு கண்டிஷன் சாட்டிஸ்ஃபை பண்ணா கூட வந்து you have a control. Okay, not okay? This is OR condition. Or when one party SPJ has power to compose what song? Power to compose what? Governing body of the another enterprise. Who is the governing body of the company? Board of directors. So if I have the power to compose the board of directors, compose means what? Whenever I want, I can add somebody. Whenever I want, I can remove somebody. Vanda va varati po. Appadina I have control. Power to compose. Meaning of power to compose. Power to compose means power to appoint or remove directors of the enterprise. Okay, not okay? Correct only, no? SPJ has no shares in KVA. SPG has no shares in KVA, no voting power, but I can control the directors of the company. Whatever I say, they will do. I can compose the director. Means what? I can make you director of my company. I can remove you from the directorship of the company. So I have complete control. So I say I have power to compose. Power to compose means what? You are actually controlling the company. Because directors are those people who run the company. If I'm controlling those person who are running the company means how much powerful I am. Though I don't have shares, though I don't have any ownership, but I'm controlling. Okay, not okay. Or when one party has substantial interest and power to direct. So in condition number C, there are two subconditions. Both has to be satisfied. What is the first condition? You should have a substantial interest, and second, you should have power to direct. First was power to compose. In point number B, we had power to compose, then power to direct. In alphabetical order, A, B, C, D. C comes first or D comes first? C comes first. C for compose, not C for cat. C for compose. D for not dog. D for donkey. D for donkey, dog is D for is direct. D for direct. Got it, not got it? Now the question is, sir, what is the meaning of substantial interest? What is the meaning of substantial interest? Substantial interest for enterprise means, if I'm enterprise, if not individual, I'm enterprise. FFLA, I'm FFLA. Substantial interest for FFLA means directly or indirectly, FFLA is having 20% or more voting power in the other enterprise. Who am I? FFLA. Who am I? FFLA. Full form? Fortunes, Fund, Learning Academy. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Promotion. Now, FFLA has got, Sidhu, 20% or more. 20% or more. 20% or more. Look at the language in point number A. I never said 50% or more. I said more than 50%. More than 50%. Very important. In condition number A, it is more than 50%. But here it is 20% or more. So FFLA, enterprise, is having 20% or more voting power in CA.Prathik Academy. Then FFLA is said to have control over KVA. FFLA is having control over KVA. Okay, not okay. So here in point number 2, enterprise means I'm talking about FFLA. Second point, I'm telling that substantial interest for individual. Individual means what? SPJ means what? Same thing. I directly or indirectly have voting power. How much voting power? 20% or more in enterprise. Which enterprise? KVA. Then I say that I have substantial interest in the enterprise. I have substantial interest in the enterprise. Okay, not okay? Substantial interest is about to having substantial interest is alone not sufficient. With that, one more condition should be there. Power to direct. Power to direct. Direct. Power to direct refers to authority to determine or influence the financial and operating policies of the enterprise. So now, to continue further, I have to explain you what is the meaning of financial and operating policies. Can we see that? Then I'll come back again. Meaning of financial policies and operating policies. Financial policies are decisions related to how the enterprise manages financial structure. Financial policies are decisions related to how the enterprise should manage the financial structure. Example, decision to raise the funds or how to raise the funds. I, SPJ, I have 20% or more voting power in the company. So I have substantial interest. Plus, I have the power to direct. I can tell the company whether to raise funds or not. If at all it should raise, then I will tell CA.Prathik Academy how to raise it. Should I take the borrowing from the public? Should I go to bank? Should I issue debentures? Should I go for capital? All decision of raising the finances, I will decide. Who am I? Who am I? A person who's got a power to direct the company on these policies, on financial policies and operating policies. Next, fixing the capital structure. In my company, what should be the debt equity ratio? Who will decide? I will decide. Who am I? Influential person who has got substantial interest and power to direct. Approval of annual budget. You know what is annual budget? Every company will prepare the budget. Every company will prepare the budget. For example, we are now in which financial year? 25-26. In 25-26, what is the target for sales department for the entire year? What is the target for the marketing department to generate the leads? Like that, what is the target for each and every department? How much product I'm going to sell? How much is my going to be the expenses? We do a complete budgeting in the beginning of the year. When you know, for April to March, the budgeting is done somewhere in the month of March, Feb, Jan. Budgeting means what? We set our expectations. Okay, next year our target of sales should be 10 crore. We should be at least opening 2 or 3 more branch. Like that, we'll prepare a Budget means what? Annual budget means what? We'll prepare a budgeted financial statement. This is how my turnover should be. This is how my cost of goods should be. This is my other expenses should be. Like that, we do complete budgeting, a forecasting we see. This is one of your role after you become CEO. So now, whatever budget the company prepares, I will approve it. Before I circulate to all other departments, I will circulate it. Who am I? I am that person who's got substantial interest in the company plus power to direct. Dividend policy. Whether should I propose dividend or not? How much dividend to be proposed? All that is being decided by me. Who am I? I am the person having substantial interest and power to direct. Next, operating policies. What are operating policies? Operating policies are policies relating to day-to-day operations of the core business activities, such as production decision, what to produce, which product should I produce, how much quantity we have to produce. For example, now Tata has launched a new car, which is that Tata Sierra. Correct? No. Tata Sierra, when this should be launched in the market, at what price it has to be launched, when the delivery should take place. Now there are multiple variants for Tata Sierra. Now they have launched only the basic variant. New upcoming variants are not yet disclosed. So they're trying to create suspense. So all this decision is being done by me. Who am I? I am a person who's got substantial interest and power to direct. Pricing policy. Tata Sierra. I should be selling this at what price? Decide the selling price of the product and services. I am the person who will decide from whom I should buy engine. Whom should I buy engine from? For my car, from where should I buy the raw materials? At what terms and conditions should I buy? All that who decide? I decide. What should be the sales strategy? What should be the marketing strategy? All that who decide? I decide. Who am I? Person having substantial interest and power to direct. Understood or not understood? If any one of these three conditions are satisfied, you will be called as a person who's controlling the other entity. Okay, not okay? Very quickly, one more time. Please tell me, what are the 3 points? What are the 3 points through which you can say that I have control over the enterprise? First point. More than 50% of voting power in another enterprise. This 50% voting power, who should have? It could be normal person like me, SPJ, living being, or it could be any other enterprise. More than 50%. I never said 50% or more. Majority comes with more than 50%. 50-50 means what? No majority. More than 50% means what? Majority. Majority is with me. So what I say, that is final. This is one condition. And or. It is or condition. Okay. What is the second condition? Power to compose the governing body of another enterprise. Any problem? My question to all of you. What is meaning of power to compose? In the board of directors, who should be director? Whom should I appoint? Whom should I eliminate? All that decision is under my control. So I say I have power to compose the governing body, power to compose the board of directors. Or see, in that we have two conditions. First one is that person should have substantial interest. Substantial interest, how do I get it? So 20% or more voting power in that enterprise. 20% or more voting power in that enterprise. Plus power to direct. Any problem? Power to direct. If these two conditions satisfied, then you can say that, yes, I have control over that other enterprise. Clear or not clear? The reason why I'm going slow and repeating n number of times is because if this is not understood, people, this is the base. If this is not understood, it's my open promise. You will never get the hold of this topic. This is that important. Because in every question, every single question, you are going to test these three conditions. So for a second, forget your name. For a second, forget to have dinner. For a second, forget to have food for next 5 days. But do not forget these three conditions. To complicate these three conditions, I'm going to bring in more conditions now. So, sir, more conditions? Yes. What we discuss now is only control. There's one more thing that has to be discussed. Significant influence. Significant influence. So if control is clear, can I go to significant influence? What is the meaning of significant influence? Don't get confused. This is substantial interest. This is one SI and this is one SI. Whenever I write SI, I talk about significant influence. Don't get confused. Here it is substantial interest. Substantial interest is different. Significant influence is different. Both are different. Okay, not okay? Okay. So this is not SI. We will call this as substantial interest only. Wherever I say SI, what does it mean? Significant influence. Now, என்னாச்சு உனக்கு காமெடி பண்ண பாத்துற நாங்கெல்லாம் பயந்துட்டோம் சிரிக்கும்போது. Now, what is the meaning of significant influence? What is the meaning of significant influence? Power. Oh my god, here also power. இது ஏஸ் கம்மியா இருக்கு. I was saying something else, but nice punch dialogue. This is less of AS, more like Shaktiman. Have you seen Shaktiman? Power. That இருக்கா இல்லையா அப்புறம் என்ன? Now power, again power. நம்ம தமிழ்ல ஒரு பவர் இருக்காரு. நாட் பவர் இவன் வேஸ்டா. தமிழ்ல பவர் யாருப்பா? அப்புறம் என்ன? How can you forget him? Power star. Now I'll continue. Okay, now power of participation. Now listen. See, how many powers we've seen so far? 2 over. This is third one. First one is power to compose, power to direct. This is power to participate. Now listen. Power of participation in what? In the financial or the operating policy decisions of an enterprise, but does not control those policies. Now listen to very carefully. Parliament, Delhi I'm talking about. There are two parties. One is ruling party, second is opposition party. Who's ruling party as of today? BJP. Oppositions are many party. Opposition are many party. Now, in the parliament, both the ruling party and the opposition party, they discuss on the policy matters. Yes or no? What policy should come? What law should come? What should not come? Everybody will participate. Yes or no? So, once all of them decide a policy, once all of them give suggestion, that policy is now implemented in form of law. Now, who has got the power to execute or direct those policies? Ruling government. You're telling assent. After president gives the assent, somebody has to implement. No, somebody has to implement by giving directions. Do like this, do like this. Who does it? Ruling party. So ruling party has got two roles. One, they will formulate the policy, and second, they will direct the policy. But opposition has got only job to influence, not direct. They can only help to frame. They can participate in framing the policy. Understand the logic. Opposition cannot direct the policy. Once the law is being created, once the law is being passed, opposition party cannot go and direct, do like this, do like that. So their job got restricted only for formulating the policy. How did the formulation happen? By participating. So participation means what? You will give your knowledge, you will give your experiences in drafting the policy. Okay, not okay? So if any organization or any person is got power to participate in the financial policy or in making of operating policy, but not to control those policies, when to implement, how to implement, opposition party cannot control, because execution is on whose hand? Ruling party. Ruling party will execute. So ruling party are called as executing party, whereas opposition party are called as non-executing party. Okay, not okay? So here we are talking about opposition party. In control, we were talking about ruling party. Control is there of whom? Ruling party. In Tamil Nadu, who is a ruling party? DMK is ruling party. Patra? DMK is the ruling party. So when I talk about control in Tamil Nadu, who is controlling Tamil Nadu? DMK. In Tamil Nadu, if I talk about significant influence, who are influencing? DMK is influencing. Apart from that, who's the major influence? Opposition. Who's opposition? ADMK is there. TVK is now strongly emerging. BJP is there. All the three are called as those party who will have significant influence. Significant influence. Okay, not okay. These opposition party, we have Parliament of Tamil Nadu also. These opposition party, they will also participate in the parliamentary process. They will participate in the parliamentary proceedings to help the ruling party to form or frame financial and operating policy. Got it? Not got it. So, as a opposition party, my job is only to participate in creating the policies. I can't direct the policy. My job is only to formulate the policy. My role is only participation. Okay, not okay. Now the question is, how does one entity or SPJ is got the power to participate? How do I get the power? Such power is obtained through law. Law says that, Pratik sir, you become one of the significant influencing person of that organization. For example, let's say there's one institution, big institution, either let's say school or college. They have invited me, which is true also. They invited me telling that, sir, can you please participate in the board of directors of the company? You participate in the board of directors of the company. Your job is to assist us, the amount of knowledge that you have, the amount of experience that you have in the stream. Can you give us suggestions that what kind of policies that we should have in this organization? Got it, not got it? So if I say yes, then it is based on the agreement that I have with me and the company. Through that agreement, I derive the power to go and join in the board of directors committee and give suggestions on how to formulate the financial policy and operating policy. So through agreement, I can get the power to participate in the financial and operating framing of policies. Got it, not got it? Second, that institution is not doing great. It's not doing great. So now the government has interfered that if you want to continue this college, if you want to continue the school, you want a nice gentleman who can come and guide you, handhold you on how to frame the financial and operating policy. So law will tell me, Pratik sir, you go and become one of the members of this organization. I'll not become the owner. When I say member means I'm just going to give them guidance and direction on how to prepare the policies for financial and operating level. Got it, not got it? So such power I will get by law. So government, Tamil Nadu government or government of India will tell that you go and be a part of this organization and implement all the policies. Or the organization itself through the agreement give me the power. So I'm not the owner. I'm not the owner, but I'm getting power through agreement. Third, ownership. Or else I'm getting ownership. That is, I'm buying the shares of that company. How much? 20% or more, up to 50%, but not beyond 50%. Because more than 50% stake of that company, if I have, then I get control. I get control. So here, the maximum ownership, how much should I have? 50%. Either moon. Any of these three reasons can give me the power. Can give me the power. And if I get the power to participate in this policy making, I say that I have significant influence on that enterprise. Imagine PhD college. I'm becoming one of their members. I'm becoming one of their members. Who has appointed me? Tamil Nadu government. Or PhD itself has told. Or PhD itself has told. Or I have obtained 20% or more stake in the PhD up to maximum 50%. In the moon mulima, either reason out of these three, because of this, if I get into the committee of the PhD institutions, then I say I have the power to participate, guide them on how the financial policy and operating policy could be drafted. Which means what I say, they will follow. Which means I'm influencing the organization. I'm influencing the organization. So in that case, I say I have significant influence. I have significant influence. Now, from the examination point of view, most of the question is based on the last point. So wherever they say you are having 20% ownership of Dina, then the point of significant influence will come into picture. Okay, not okay. Okay, not okay. Now you will get confused that, so here also 20% or more is there. In control also 20% or more is there. But what you fail to understand is that to have control, substantial interest is 20% or more. With that, I should have power to direct. Here, I don't have power to direct. Power to direct is not there. What is that? Power to participate alone is there. So who am I here? Opposition party. I'm not the ruling party here. So in case of control, who am I? The ruling party. Here I am opposition party. I can just give the suggestion, opinion, leave it. I can't do any implementation. Okay, not okay. Online people. Okay, not okay. Deepti, Harini, Abhirami,
Okay,
Kartiki,
sir.
Okay,
Navani,
sir.
Kailu, Nishant, Smriti,
Okay,
Suprabhat,
sir.
Shruti. Fast, fast, fast. Offline people, okay, not okay. Now, some important notes. Here, you'll come across the term intermediary. Intermediary here means subsidiary. This point is defined in AS21 Consolidated Financial Statement. So wherever I come across the term intermediaries here means what? Subsidiary. What is subsidiary? I meant to discuss. Okay, not okay. Next, whenever we say that I'm having significant influence on somebody, so my relation with that entity is that of associate or investor. I have significant influence on PSG. If I have significant influence on PSG, I will be either called as associate or investors. Okay, not okay. Next, whereas control makes, okay, this point we'll keep it pending. This is I meant to discuss. Okay, now so far clear, not clear. Now a quick summary, very important because the theory is too much. So if we don't revise on regular intervals, we'll get scrambled, we'll get lost in this entire process. So first point, no applicability of accounting standard. Mandatory applicability for all the what do you call it? Entities, whether they're corporate or non-corporate. There is an exemption for whom? Small and micro, level 3, level 4 enterprises, no need to follow any disclosure requirement of accounting standard 18. Okay, not okay. Okay. In this in this AS, we're going to learn that between the reporting enterprise and the related party, some transaction happens. Now we have to first define what is the relation between these two parties. One party is reporting party, second is related party. So we have to understand what is the relationship between them. If that relationship is as per AS 18, then between them, what transaction happened, that needs to be reported. That has to be reported. Now, how to report, what not to report, I meant to discuss. Then we have to understand what is the meaning of related party. Now, in para 3, they have given the relationship of the related party. We already studied what is related party. Now, what is the relationship with related party? That is defined in para 3. Very, very important. This is the main turning point. So, related party means who? Who is related party? Who is considered as related party? A party is considered to be related. SPJ will be treated as related party or I'll be considered as related if at any time during the reporting period. Reporting period means what? If your financial year is April to March, the reporting period is 31st March. If my reporting period is Jan to December, so what is my reporting date? 31st December. So reporting period means April to March, Jan to December. So at any time during the reporting period, one party means SPJ has got the ability to control the other party. Other party means what? KVA or SPJ exercise significant influence over the other party. In what? In making financial and operating decisions. Idana main. In any business, there are only two operations. One is financial and operation. இது ரெண்டுமே வந்து as per me it is running. அப்படின்னா I have some control over them, influence over them. Means I will be called as related party. I'll be called as related party. Okay, not okay. Okay. What is related party transaction? Any activity, transaction, event that takes place between related party and the reporting entity, whether at arm's length price or not, is called as related party transaction. Okay, not okay. So far clear? Fantastic. Next, what is the meaning of control? Control means what? SPJ or FFLA. SPJ means individual. FFLA is enterprise. Either of us has got more than 50% voting right. Voting right is derived through equity shares, number of shares that I hold. If I have more than 50% voting right in KVA, then I'll be called as a person having control. Second, if not, I don't have ownership, but I have power to compose. Power to compose means what? I am the person who will decide that who will be the director of KVA and who will not be the director of KVA. Then I say I have control. I don't have ownership, but have control. Third, I should have substantial interest. Means what? Voting power 20% or more. Minimum 20% or more. Up to maximum 50%. I have the voting power. Plus power to direct. If these two conditions satisfied, then I say I have control. No ownership. No power to compose. But have 25% stake in the company plus power to direct. So I am a person having Control. Okay, not okay. No. If you have control, you have related party. If you are having control, you are related party. If you don't have control, then check for the next condition, which is significant influence. How does I be a person having influence on the company? I have the power to participate in formulating or framing the operating and financial policies. Got it? Not got it? Now, how do I get the power? Three sources to get power: by law, by agreement. Third, voting share, that is voting right, 20% or more, but less than 50%. These three will give me the power. Power to what? Only participate. Not compose, not direct, only power to participate. Then I will say that I have the significant influence on the company. So I will be the related party of the company. So for me to be related party of KVA, I should either be a controller or influencer. I should either be a controller or influencer. Got it? Not got it? So two meaning very, very important. Meaning of control and meaning of significant influence, both are important. Okay, not okay? Fantastic. Now comes the main point of this AS. Para 3. So far, in none of the AS, I think if not AS 9 or 9, I think I made you by heart the para if I'm not wrong. No? AS 7. This is next AS where I'll make you by heart one para number. Para no only. This is original AS. In the AS, they'll give point number 1, 2, 3, all no. This 3 is called as para 3. Point number 4 is called as para 4. Now, the soul of this AS is there in para 3. Human body's got soul, no? Like that, the soul of this AS is para 3. I'll give you only 5 minutes of time. No, 5 minutes is too much. Okay, 5 points. I thought I'll give 5 minutes. If you don't want 5 minutes, I'll give 2 minutes. I'll give you 2 minutes of time. Please go through this document. In the point, I'll zoom it for you. Anybody's got eye problem? No problem. I'll zoom it for you. Book mein hai, no problem. You can still read it from here. Read fast. हाँ सब करूंगा, swing song सब कर. कौन बोल रहा है? She doesn't know my history. एक काम कर, इधर आ जा. It'll be easy for you. Those who say understood, you have to come here and explain. Online people reading, not reading. No, okay. No, okay. Study and tell me if you understood. Okay, I'll not ask questions. Fast. This is the soul of the AS. If this is not understood, boss, you're gone. This the main. பாதி பேருக்கு மேல இது படிச்ச உடனே ஓடிடுவாங்க. சாமி ஏசே வேண்டான்னு போயிடுவாங்க. But I'm telling you, it's such an easy point. You just wait for me to explain. I want that feeling from all of you. From tough to easy, how I made it. No? That feeling I want to see. Over. The way the language is framed, that is tough. Otherwise, nothing is there in AS. Everything is like superbly they are drafted. Superb AS this is. One of my favorite AS this is. Got it? Okay. Who wants to explain the A point alone? Sometimes people reading this, they'll think that, oh, understood. When the question is drafted, no, clean, bold. If you don't believe me, with regard to point number A, can I give you one question to do? This is the question, people. Identify the related parties in the following cases as per AS 18. A Limited holds 51% of B Limited. B Limited holds 51% of O Limited. Z holds 49% of O Limited. அவ்வளவுதான். Do it, people. This is example of point number A alone. Here what example? A you read, no? This one. A point. Example of that this is. I don't want too many answers. A Limited is a reporting entity. Now for A Limited, who are all the related parties? B and no, what about Z? Reason. Now understood where the confusion will begin. I said no. When you read the AS, you might feel it is understood. When you actually start doing the questions, the real challenge will come. Confusion will start come. Half the question you can manage. The problem lies in the remaining half question. Can I explain now? Can I do the needful? I'll tell. No. Before I go to ICI study module, you have to go through all the examples here first. Without going through the example, that we can't do it. Now, let's start. Guys, para 3, very, very important para, which will define the relationship between the reporting enterprise and related party. Between, my son is my related party. But how is he my related party? The relation between me and Ayash is what? Son. So, I and Ayash are father and son relationship that we're having. Who is giving that information meaning? Para 3. So para 3 is defining relationship between two enterprise. One is reporting, another is related party. In the rendu பேருக்குள்ள வந்து what type of relationship they are sharing? That has been defined in para number 3. Okay, not okay? Can I continue further? Online people, can I continue? I want a loud yes from everyone, only then I'll proceed forward.
Yes, sir.
Everyone.
Yes, sir.
Now, offline people, loud yes I want. In sync. 1, 2, 3, go. Very good. Now, under this standard, only the relationship specified in clause A to E qualify as related party. So if anybody is not satisfying the conditions of A and E, they are not related parties. So if you want to know whether these two parties are related or not, you have to satisfy the condition mentioned in A to E. If condition satisfied, they are related parties. Otherwise, not. In that para 3A says that enterprise that directly controlled by are under common control with the reporting enterprise, or enterprise that indirectly through one or more subsidiaries are under common control with the reporting enterprise. So now, before I head forward, we have to understand what is holding company and subsidiary company. Okay. Now, you understood the 3 conditions of control? In that, if first 2 conditions of the control is satisfied, then the holding company and the subsidiary company relation is established. For example, FFLA has 51% voting right in Kalpabridge Academy Limited. FFLA Enterprise is having 51% voting power. Voting power means what? I have 51% equity share, 51% ownership in KBA Limited. Then FFL is called as holding company. This is called as holding company, or this is called as parent company, or this is called as parent company. This KBA Limited will be called as subsidiary company. This will be called as subsidiary company. Okay, not okay? First condition. So whatever control condition is there, the same condition is applied here. Which condition? Only first and second. Then the relation between the company as holding and subsidiary will get established. Where is this given? In AS 21, they have given the meaning of holding and subsidiary. Okay, not okay. Okay, not okay. Okay. I am telling you, FFLA is not having any voting right in the KVA, in the other enterprise. But FFL has got full power to compose. Full power to compose. In such case, FFLA will be called as holding company or parent company. So I am holding the subsidiary company. Whatever I say, my subsidiary will do. I am the parent. Whatever parent says, subsidiary will do. So I will be called as holding company and KVA will be called as subsidiary company. Okay, not okay. Online people, okay, not okay.
Okay, sir.
If these two conditions are satisfied, then the relation between two companies are established in form of holding and subsidiary. Okay, not okay. Now, if KVA is got, let's say 60% voting right in SPJ Academy. SPJ Academy. Now, SPJ Academy is called as subsidiary of KVA Limited. So, KVA Limited becomes holding company. KVA becomes parent company and SPJ becomes subsidiary company. What will FFLA become? It becomes ultimate holding company. Ultimate holding company. Ultimate holding company. So, this becomes ultimate holding company. This becomes holding company. This becomes subsidiary company. Got it? Not got it. Now, coming back. Enterprise means FFLA directly have control. FFLA directly have control. Control means what? Those three conditions. 50%, more than 50% voting right, power to compose, then substantial interest plus power to direct, or are controlled. Either I'm controlling or being controlled. Both angles no. See, reporting entity இதா இருக்கலாம், இல்ல reporting entity இதாவா இருக்கலாம். So both angles you have to decide. So FFLA is getting controlling KVA or KVA is being controlled by FFLA. I have to think from both the parties' point of view. Okay, not okay. Or having common control with the reporting enterprise. With the reporting enterprise. Can I take an example to do this? I have given para-wise example. Para 3A speaks about control. This entire para speaks about control. Para 3B. Para 3A speaks about control. Para 3B speaks about significant influence. So we look at my example. Para 3A, for that example, multiple example, 1, 2, 3. In your ICA module, they've given all the examples put together. It's all para put together. So applying them together is very challenging. So what did I do? I broke the examples para-wise. In each and every para, we have subsections. For each and every subsection, there are multiple points. So multiple point-wise, I've given one example. So we'll take one situation, one example. So on the whole, your experience becomes super. Okay, not okay. Like that for para 3B, which is about significant influence. For that example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that I've given. So can we see one by one? So first one, A Limited is controlling B Limited. A Limited, forget this, holding company and subsidiary company, that we have to find out. A Limited controls B Limited. How do I control? 60% voting right or power to compose. If these two conditions are satisfied, அதாவது இந்த ரெண்டுல ஏதாவது one condition satisfied na, then A Limited becomes holding company, B will become subsidiary company. Or A is controlling B. How? Substantial interest plus power to direct. Got it? If this condition is satisfied, then A is not holding, B is not subsidiary. For A to become holding, only two conditions. Either more than 50% voting right or power to compose. This ரெண்டுல ஏதாவது ஒன்று click ஆயிடுச்சுனா holding subsidiary company relation will come. If this also is not there, this also is not there, only substantial interest and power to direct இருக்கு அப்படின்னா, then A is not holding of B. For holding subsidiary relation, only two conditions are there. First two condition of control satisfied அப்படின்னா holding subsidiary relation. If not, just normal enterprise. Okay, not okay. Now the question is, if A is a reporting enterprise, if A is a reporting enterprise, is B related to A? Is B related party to A? Yes or no? Yes. Under which para? Para 3A. 3A. What is the condition? I am talking about A. A is a reporting party. A is a reporting party. enterprise that directly control are controlled by the reporting enterprise. Who's the reporting enterprise? A Limited. Which enterprise is this? B Limited. B Limited directly is controlled by A Limited. B Limited directly controlled by A Limited. So between them, what is established? Relationship is established as per para 3A. Hence, these both are related parties. Both are related parties. Okay, not okay. So A and B are related as per 3A. What is the reason? Direct control, not indirect control. Direct control. Reasoning also is very important. Direct control. So A has got direct control over B. So for A, B is related party. If B is the reporting enterprise, A is the related party. For B, A is the holding company. For A, B is the subsidiary company. Got it? Not got it? So between A and B, there is a control. Because of control, these both have become related party. Apart from that, they are also having the relationship of holding and subsidiary. Okay, not okay. Any difficulty? No difficulty. Can I continue forward? A Limited controls B Limited. How do I control? 60% voting right or power to compose or substantial interest plus power to direct. Similarly, B controls C Limited. How? 70% voting right, PTC, and this is substantial interest and power to direct. Any problem? Any problem? No problem. Now the question is, how are all these people related to each other? Imagine if A is the reporting enterprise. A is the reporting enterprise. For A, B is related party or not? For A, B is related party. Why? Because between them there is a direct control. A is controlling B. B is being controlled by A. So between them, as per para 3A, there's a direct control. Yes or no? Between B and C, can I say direct control is it? Between B and C, again direct control. So B and C are related as per para 3A, again direct control. Now the question is, are A and C related or not? How? Now come to the note. Now come to the note. Who is a reporting enterprise? A Limited is a reporting enterprise. Yes? A Limited. Which enterprise are we talking about? C Limited. C Limited indirectly through one or more subsidiary are controlled by reporting enterprise. One more time. Enterprise that indirectly through one or more subsidiaries, control or are controlled or under common control with the reporting enterprise. In short, A is controlling C directly, indirectly through subsidiary. So A is controlling C indirectly through subsidiary. A has got 60% control on B. So who's running B? A is running B. Similarly, I will decide how much to invest in C. How much I'm investing in C? 70%. So again, C who's controlling? A. But A is not controlling C directly. I'm routing it through B. Boyfriend, girlfriend. Fighting. Correct, no? Boy, how does he communicate to girl during the fighting times? Father. Which father? Whose father? Church father. டேய் அவ்வளவு பேசக்கூடாது ஏம்பா நல்லா அவர் எடுத்துட்டு போயிட்டு இருந்தேன் சாத்தியமா சொதப்பிடியா Now listen, don't talk wrong. Now, shh. Again, let me come back. You are, please don't deviate, please. நல்ல ட்ராக்ல போயிட்டு இருந்தது பாய் கேர்ள் ஃப்ரெண்ட் not talking to each other, some small fighting. Now boy wants to talk to girl. How will he talk? Best friend. Which movie? Example, latest movie. இல்லடா எனக்கு தெரிஞ்ச மூவியை சொன்னீங்கன்னா கொஞ்சம் ஈஸியா இருக்கும். Hey, we went and watched movie in JTC also now. We danced also Golden Sparrow. Nila, you didn't see that movie? Oh my god. Nila. Correct? No. Our friend Rajesh Ripa. All remember. So that person is called as intermediary. That person is called as intermediary. Say Limited through Rajesh, sorry, subsidiary company is controlling C Limited. Okay or not okay? So A and C are related. Enterprise that control indirectly through one or more subsidiary. So this becomes related party. Subsidiary of subsidiary is also related party. Subsidiary ka subsidiary is also my related party. Okay, not okay. Subsi ka subsi also my subsi. Subsi. Short form of subsidiary subsi. Okay. Subsi. Friend or a friend? Friend. Friend of friend? Friend. Okay, not okay? Okay. Yes, ma'am. Now, here she's telling, sir, voting right not there. Power to control not there. Only what is there? Substantial interest and power to direct. In that case, what happens? They are still related. Oh, wait, I have to answer. Now, holding subset relation is not there. Now, what does the line says? Come back here. Shh. Understand, holding subset relation not there. For holding subset relation, what is important? More than 50% is important and power to compose is important. Both are not there. In that case, enterprise indirectly through one or more subsea control. So in that case, subsea is there. Is subsea there? Not there. Can I control the subsidiary? Can I control the subsidiary? Tell. No. In that case, A and C are they related? For A and C to be related, what is important? Directly or indirectly through one or more subsidiary control is happening. Direct control or subsea control. Direct control, subsea control is important. So here only if we have these two conditions, then C is not a related party. Holding subset, that's my condition I told very clearly. Now come back here. Meaning of holding company. A holding company is a company having one or more subsidiary. In other words, a holding company is a parent company that controls the other company. Sapya Mursta. Now, what is subsea company? Subsea company is a company in which holding company directly and or indirectly through one or more subsidiaries hold more than 50% voting power through subsidiary. Okay, wow. This is first condition. I'll come back to this little later. I have some more points to discuss here, but I'm not discussing in detail. Second point is what? Subsidiary company is a company in which the holding company directly or indirectly through subsidiary have power to compose. So can I say these both conditions are coming from where? Control point, control point. So if these two conditions, out of these two conditions, if any one condition is satisfied, then becomes holding or subsidiary. Now come back to the same example. You are telling that between B and C, there is no voting right, no power to compose, no voting right, no power to compose. Upona, are these people holding in subsidiary company? They just have control, but they are not having holding company and subsidiary status. Got it? Not got it? So A directly controls B. B directly controls C. So A is related to B. B is related to C. A and C to be related, what is important? Indirect control through subsidy is important. Got it? Not got it? Now, how they can be related, I'll tell you. Here, imagine A is holding company, B is subsidiary company. How? Voting power is there. Ana, between B and C, voting power is not there, power to compose is not there. Only this is there. Still, this is my subsidiary. Through subsidiary, I'm controlling C or not? Yes. In that case, A and C have relationship. What did I say? A and B are holding subsidiary. But B and C are not holding subsidiary. Then A and C, do they share relationship? A and B holding subsidy. Okay, wow. Ana, between B and C, there is no holding subsidy. Yeah, between B and C, there is only substantial interest and power to direct. Upon a holding subsidy, varad. A and C, are they related? Yes, because A, holding company, indirectly through subsidiary is controlling other enterprise. Then A and C becomes related party. Purinjada. Our depth apparently, if you just read two examples, no, you will feel such a easy ace. When you go deep inside it, the complicated question which I say actually ask in the exam, With that, you will feel like quitting this AS. Understand? If you get a hold of it, you'll understand. See, language is very clear. What are they telling? The enterprise directly means what? Even if I don't have holding subsidy relationship, still I can establish relation with the opposite party. Anna, the moment indirectly is coming into picture, what are they telling? Subsidiary is very important. So the intermediary person should be a subsidiary, and subsidiary ke under two conditions should be satisfied. So what you asked, if for C, that is between B and C, if the third condition only is there, first two are not there, then B and C are not holding. Between A and B, holding subsidy is not there. Adavadhu, between A and B, holding subsidy not there. Between B and C, holding subsidy not there. So A is related to B, but A is not related to C. For A to relate to C, what is important? A should directly control or indirectly through subsidiary has to control. So apna B should be subsidiary. For B to be subsidiary, first 2 point has to satisfy. Logic clear or not clear? Online people, what do you say?
Clear, sir.
Clear, sir.
B is holding company and C is subsidiary company. So A and C कैसे relate होंगे फिर? No. Now, can I go to next example? A Limited holding company controls 60% of B Limited. So A is holding company, B is subsidiary. At the same time, A also controls C Limited. So A is holding company, C is subsidiary company. Any problem? A is having two company. A Limited has got two company. A Limited got two company. We are controlling B also. We are controlling C also. So B is also my subsidiary. C is also my subsidiary. Are A and B related? A and B related as per para 3A. Direct control. Direct. Okay, not okay. Okay. Are A and C related? A and C are related as per para 3A. Direct control. Now the question is, are B and C related? Are B and C related? Yes. That is called as fellow subsidiary relationship. So B and C are related as fellow subsidiary. What is the reason? Enterprise that are under common control. Common control. A Limited, parent. B is elder son. C is younger son. Both these sons are controlled by one parent, one common control. So now, both of these sons, younger, elder, are brothers. Brothers don't write income. You are right? Fellow subsidiary income. It is fellow subsidiary. So fellow subsidiary means what? Like you are the student. She is your fellow student. Your classmate is your fellow classmate, fellow student. Both of you are controlled by academy. So academy is parent. One student, another student. Both the student are called as fellow student. Your friend is called as fellow student. Okay, not okay. Both this fellow student are controlled by academy. So common control is there. Common control is there. So the keyword is common control. One keyword is they are fellow subsidiary. Second, how are they a fellow subsidiary? Because of common control. Now come back here. Enterprise that directly or indirectly are under common control with the reporting enterprise. Reporting enterprise A Limited. A Limited. B and C are coming under common control of A Limited. So A and B are related. A and C are related. B and C are also related. B and C are also related. Okay, not okay? Online people. Okay, not okay? B and C are fellow.
Okay, sir.
Since they are sharing common control, both of these are also related party. Both of these are also related party. Tell me, people. If there is transaction happening between B and C, that is called as related party transaction. Got it? If transaction doesn't happen, only relation is there. Transaction naduthala appadina, then what will I show? Nothing there to show. But relationship is there or not there? Because if relation என்னன்னு தெரிஞ்சா and the transaction is related party transaction or not, you get to know. So before you say this transaction is related party or not, first of all, you need to understand whether the party is related. For that, para 3 is telling you how the relationship is getting established, how the relation is coming. That explanation is given in para 3. A, B, C, D, E. 3A, 3B, 3C, 3D, 3. 5 points to explain relationship. What is the meaning of related party relationship is explained in para 3, A, B, C, D, E. Okay, not okay. Next example, para 3B. Para 3B. Example 1. A Limited. Oh, sorry. This is next. Okay. I 3 examples over. Of 3A over. Can I go to 3B? No, 3B. Reporting entity. Reporting entity is associate or investor. Associate slash investor or joint venture of another enterprise. So here associate ka meaning is given. Associate ka meaning is given. An enterprise in which an investing reporting party has significant influence. Significant influence. Apana, whenever we talk about associate in para 3B, what should come into your mind? Significant influence. What is the meaning of significant influence? Power to participate in operating and financial policies framework. How does that power come? 3 ways: by law, by agreement, then ownership of 20% or more up to maximum 50%. So associate means what? Significant influence. So para B is focusing on significant influence. Para 3B is about significant influence. Para 3A is about control. Para 3B is about significant influence. Para 3 about control. For control, those 3 points. Now in B, those 3 points are not there. So which point is there? The other 3 point. Which 3 point? Significant influence by law, by agreement, and by 20% or more. In the 3 condition நீங்க தேடணும். இதுல questionல. In the 3 condition ஏதாவது ஒரு condition trigger ஆயிடுச்சு அப்படின்னா then significant influence is there. If significant influence is there means related party transaction is there. Okay, not okay. Online people, what do you say?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Now இதுமா 3A வா? I'll come. Here they talk about relationship. Okay, இது நான் முடிச்சிட்டுமா? Now the question what she's asking is this 3A, 3B, 3C what we are studying. What is the difference between this and the initial point we discussed the meaning of related party? இதுக்கு என்ன difference? I'll give this difference after I complete all these 5 points. Then I will also be in better position to explain. You will be in better position to understand. So I'll explain this. Let me complete this point. Now, reporting entity is a associate. How you become associate out of those 3 points? In the 3 point, significant influence coming through law, agreement, or 20% more, 20% or more voting right. In the mood, one condition satisfied, now you are associate or joint venture. Now, what is meaning of joint venture? A contractual agreement whereby 2 or more parties undertake an economic activity, means business activity, which is subject to joint control. So, FFLA, KVA, both came as joint venture to organize the CA interclass. So decision of how to run the CA interclass, who will take? Both of them jointly, because both of them are influencing by agreement. Hence, this is again focusing on significant influence. Significant influence. Okay, not okay? Such relation can be through subsidiary. Also para 13. அதாவது this can come through subsidiary. இது point மட்டும் can I explain through example? இது வரைக்கும் படிச்சிருக்கீங்க இல்லையா? இது பேஸ் பண்ணி can we see one examples? Okay. Now let's go to example of para 3B. Para 3B. Para 3B is talking about significant influence. Significant influence. Now, A Limited, B Limited, they have significant influence. So A is significantly influencing B Limited. How? Because A has got 20% voting right, or he's influencing by law, or influencing by agreement. So A has got some agreement, with B, where A is participating in the drafting of operating policy and financial policy of B Limited. I'm only guiding them. I'm not directing. I'm just guiding them. Now the question is, are A and B related to each other? Are A and B related to each other? Now, 20% voting right order, power to direct comes. Then what will come? Control will come. Then A and B are related as per para 3A. But here the question is silent about power to direct. So I'm assuming power to direct is not there. Since the question is silent about the power to compose a power to direct, the relation with 20% voting right seems to have only significant influence and not control. Hence, the relationship is established by para 3B. So A and B are related as associate who's having significant influence on the other party as per para 3B. So A, B are connected as per significant influence. As per para 3B, they are influencing each other. Or one is getting influenced by the other one. Okay, not okay. Next example. A Limited is in joint venture with B Limited. Apana, I'm not talking about any voting right. Did I say any voting right? No. Did I say by law I'm getting the chance to enter? No. Agreement is there. Joint venture is an agreement. In agreement, I have to decide along with the other party what to do, what not to do. Apana, what is the relation between both of them? Joint venture relationship where we have significant influence. So A and B are related as per para 3B due to joint venture relationship. And this relationship is giving birth to significant influence. Okay, not okay. Online people, okay, not okay.
Okay, sir.
Now, example 3. A Limited to B Limited. They have 20% voting right. Or agreement is there or law. As per law, I can create the policies of B. I can participate in the policy creation. Okay, wow. Like that, B Limited has got 20% voting right in C Limited. Now the question is A and B related? Yes. As per para 3A or 3B, 3A the control important. Is there any control here? Control means 3 points. More than 50% voting right. Power to compose. Then substantial interest with power to direct. So how are they related? 20% voting right is there. 20% voting right is there up to now. Significant influence. So significant influence is covered in which para? Para 3B. So A, B are related as a para 3B because of significant influence. How they got influence? Because the voting right is 20% or more. Okay, not okay. B and C are related in the same manner. Correct? How A and B are related, same way B and C are also related. So B and C related as per para 3B because of significant influence 20% or more. Now the question is A and C related, not related? That is the question. A Limited holding company, B Limited subsea company, C Limited subsea company, and who's holding company? B Limited. For me, this is my friend. Friend or a friend also, my friend. My friend is my friend. My friend's friend also is my friend. This statement is true only when all of them have holding subsidiary in common. Three la control should be common. Purida. But A Limited oda friend on the B. B oda friend yaru? C. C can never be friend of A. Because for them to be friend of friend, what is important? Sub-C should be the important point here. What is not here? Sub-C is not here. What is that? Significant influence is there. So they are not related. A and C are not related. A and C are not related. Associate of associate is not related. Sub-C of sub-C is related. Friend of friend is my friend. But that is true only for subsidiary. Purida. Associate of associate is not related. Because there's no common control point mentioned for significant influence. Okay, not okay. Any doubt here? Any doubt here? Online people, any doubt here? Maja coming, not coming? Maja coming, not coming? It'll come. It'll take time, I'm telling you. Compared to all the other topics, this is very different, very unique. இதுல வந்து accounting மாதிரி ஒண்ணும் கிடையாது. It's kind of law that you're studying. So you will take some time to digest it. But I'm telling you, once you get a hold on it, no, shh. Once you get a hold on it, this is a beautiful chapter that you ever come across. Before I started preparing my notes for AS18, even I was a little scared. Because the Hawa of AS18 was created that from that time, this is created like that only. But when I started to research and deep, no, the amount of love and affection what I got for this topic, no, like that I never fell in love with anybody else. Don't tell Anita ma'am. And that is different. This is different. Now, that is there. This is subject love. That is real love. That is there. This is separate. Now, come to example 4. Don't talk too much. Come on. Now, listen. A Limited, B Limited. How are they related? A controls B Limited. How does he control? 60% voting right or power to compose or substantial interest plus power to direct. So A becomes holding company, B is subsidiary company because of these 2 points. Okay. B and C are related. How? 20% voting right. So between them it is 3A and between them it is 3B relation. Okay, not okay?
Yes.
So A, B are related as per para 3A, direct holding subsidiary relationship. B and C are related as per para 3B because significant influence. See here, direct holding subsidiary relation or control. See, if this point is not there, only this point is there, then holding subsidiary relation will not come. So what will come here? Control will come here. Got it, not got it? Got it, not got it? Okay. B and C are related because of significant influence. Now the question is, are A and C related? Are A and C related? As per 3A or 3B? Directly, indirectly controlled. Point is there where? Only in 3A. So A, indirectly through subsidiary, is controlling other enterprise. A, indirectly through subsidiary, is controlling C. A and C are related. How? Enterprise controlled indirectly through one or more subsidiary. One or more subsidiary. Okay, not okay? Para 3A, sorry. Sorry? B and C should not be subsidiary, boss. For A, B is what? Subsidiary. Through subsidiary, I am controlling one enterprise. 3A, this is sorry, not B, this is 3A. Now tell me. Ah. Now, wait. I'll explain. எல்லாத்துக்கும் வர இருக்கு உங்களுக்கு வர ரெக்கார்டிங் ஆஃப் ஆச்சா வை நோ இட்ஸ் தேர் மேன் Hey, wait, ra, don't prank, ra. Let me complete this. Now, coming back to note. Shh. Now listen. Shh. A Limited is holding company. Shh. A Limited holding company. Why 60% voting right? In the point எடுத்துக்கோங்க. A has got 60% voting right in B. So holding company is A. Subsidiary company is B. Any problem so far? No problem. Now A Limited is controlling B Limited. Yes or no? So what is the relationship? Related party relationship as per 3A. Okay, not okay? Okay. B and C are related. How? B is having significant influence on C. Significant influence on C. So B as per para 3B is related. Okay, not okay? Now, let's come back to this point. Reporting entity is an associate. Reporting entity is an associate or joint venture of another enterprise. Here, I'm talking about A and C. Between A and C, what is the relationship? Associate or joint venture? Is it there? Is any JV relationship or associate relationship is there? Not there. So as per 3B, they are not related. Okay, not okay? Now, enterprise that directly is A directly controlling C? No. Okay. Indirectly through subsidiary control or are controlled or under common control of the enterprise with the reporting enterprise. This includes holding company, subsidiary, and fellow subsidiary. Now the point what she's telling is that between B and C there is no control. Enterprise controlled indirectly through one or more subsidiary. Subsidiary means intermediary. Para 3A will come, not 3B. I think this should not be 20% voting. That in that case, okay, keep this point alone pending. We'll see. The point what Subiksha is asking is that holding company indirectly through subsidiary company should control C Limited. The interpretation comes in 2 ways. Control here means what? A is controlling B. This itself is a controlling element for C. Adavade, you don't look into voting right. Sorry, I just got confused with what she said. I'll just come back. What we said is agreed. What we discussed is correct. Now listen. When we say A is controlling B, indirectly controlling C அப்படின்னா, when the control is getting transferred here, automatically, whether this point of control is there or not there, this control will also travel. அதாவது A limited is controlling B limited. So B limited, even though they have 20% voting right, still C limited के ऊपर they have a control. No, not digestible. This example, okay. Can we wait for the example of the same one from ICA? Then we'll discuss. அங்க எக்ஸ்பிரஷன் கொடுத்திருக்கு. இங்க எதுவுமே நீங்க டைஜஸ்ட் பண்ண வேண்டாம். இது மட்டும் பெண்டிங் வச்சிடுங்க. With this one example is there in ICA. From there only I picked and choose. Then we'll decide. That time we'll decide. Oh, keep it on hold. Can we go to next point? Example 5. A limited is associated with B limited. How? 20% voting right. Shh. A limited has got 20% voting right in B limited. So can I say between A limited and B limited, what is the relationship? Associate ka relationship, significant influence. Shh. Now A has got 30% voting right in C limited. A has got 30% voting right in C limited. Associate of A limited. Now between A and B, there's relationship as per para 3 B, not A, 3B. And A and C are related as per para 3B. Now are B and C related? The answer is no, because common control ka point is there. Common significant influence ka point is not there. Got it, not got it. Common control ka point is there in 3A. 3A talks about common control. 3B doesn't talks about common influence. Common influence they have not spoken about. So B and C are not related. They are not fellow associate. Common control point is not there for associated. Okay, not okay. Now, fellow subsidiary is related. Fellow subsidiary, that is fellow subsidiary having common control as per para 3A. Fellow associate is not related party as per para 3B. Okay, not okay. Now, since you have done so much, can we do one example from ICI? Same example, illustration 1. Now, A limited holds 51% B limited. A limited holds 51% B limited. B holds 51% O limited. And Z limited holds 49% O limited. Can we do the diagram in same way? A limited is holding in B limited. What are they holding? 51%. Apana control, no? 51% voting right means control. Okay. In B limited. So this becomes holding company. This becomes subsidiary company. B limited holds 51% in O limited. B limited is holding in O limited 51 only, no? 51% voting right. Control is there. So which means this is holding company, this is subsidiary company, and for O, A limited is ultimate holding company. Ultimate holding company. Okay, well. Now look at the direction. Z holds 49% in O. Look at arrow mark. Z limited is holding 49% in O limited. 49% O limited. Control is there or not there? Control is not there. Influence is there? Yes. More than 20%. So this is significant influence. So Z is influencing O. Z is influencing O. Any problem? No. Now A. Let's talk about A. A is the reporting entity. A limited reporting entity. Now please tell me, is B related party? B related party as per para 3A. Para 3A. 3A related. Okay. Is O related to A? O related to A. Yes. So A limited is indirectly controlling through subsidiary. So 3A related. This is O. This is direct control. This is indirect control. Okay, not okay? Okay. Third part. Is A related to Z? Is A controlling Z? Or is A controlled by Z? Directly, indirectly? No. So no relation between A and Z. No relation between A and Z. For A limited, B limited is the subsidiary related party, and O limited is also related party. So this is direct control. This is indirect control. Any problem? Next. B Limited, reporting entity. Is B Limited having any relation with A Limited? Yes. B Limited is subsidiary of A Limited, and A Limited is the holding company. A Limited is the holding company, is being controlled. B is being controlled by A Limited. So as per 3A, being controlled. A is controlling B. B is being controlled by A. So 3A related. Directly controlled by A. Next, are B and O connected? Yes. B is controlling O. So 3A related. Direct control. Is B having any connection with Z? No relation party. No related party. No relation. Basically, no relation. So for B, A is related party. And for B, O is related party. Z is not related party. Okay, not okay. Let's talk about O. O Limited reporting enterprise. Now for that, A is the ultimate holding company for O. So A Limited is related party, ultimate holding company. So as per 3A, they are related. Okay, not okay? Okay. Is O related to B? B Limited is related party? Yes. So O is being controlled by B, directly controlled by B. So as per 3A, they are related. Any problem? Okay. O and Z, do they have any? Yes. Z Limited is controlling, being associate of O. O ka associate is Z. So there is associate relationship. So what are they doing? Significant influence. So they are related. Z Limited is related party as per 3B. 3B. Okay, not okay. Calling people. Okay, not okay.
Okay, sir.
For O, A is ultimate holding company ka related party. For O, B Limited is holding company related party. And Z is the associate. So as per 3B, they are connected. As per 3B, they are connected. Any problem? No problem. Last one is Z Limited. Z Limited is a reporting enterprise. You have to see from all the angles. Z Limited reporting enterprise. Is Z got any connection with A? No. Any connection with B? No. With O? Yes. Z has got influence over A. So Z is the investor of Z is investor of O. So Z is investor, O is associate. Z is investor, O is associate. So between them, what is their significant influence? So O Limited, they are related party as per 3B. As per 3B. O Limited is associate of Z Limited. As per para 3B. Any problem? Comfortable? So illustration 2, 3, 4 also will do in the next class. With that, you'll get a complete grip on para 3A, 3B. 3CDE talks about not enterprise. It talks about individual person, means SPJ. So far we spoke about FFLA having control, FFLA having influence on KVA. Now we are going to talk about SPJ. So 3C, 3D, 3E is talking about SPJ having the control or the influence on the enterprise. Okay, not okay? One second. Let me wind up. We'll discuss after the class. Online people, is there anything else?
No, sir.
Sir,
Comfortable
can
so
you
far?
show the working once again, sir?
Which one, Kana?
The
This one?
illustration on working.
I'll upload
Thank you.
the document in the app. My humble request to all of you is that please practice specifically control point, significant influence ka point, 3A and 3B. Please write and practice. Don't read it. My humble request, write and practice it. I'm telling you, you'll get a super grip when you come to the next class. So 2 more classes maximum and we'll be done with this topic. So guys, that's all from my side for this session. I'll see all of you in the next class. Until then, bye-bye. See you. Take care.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.